and welcome back to Comikaze all year long. Thanks for tuning in with me, Bernadette Bentley, on this very special, awesome night. We have Power Rangers in the house. Let's give it up. And personally, I know it's going to be a great night because it's my birthday. So I'm so excited to be here. And for my birthday, I'm going to give you guys presents from our amazing sponsor, WowWee. We have a REV, a robotic enhanced vehicle. We have some Electro Kids. We have my favorite gift to give away. It's a Myposaur. It's an electric dinosaur. Who doesn't want an electric dinosaur? I mean, I want like 6. But anyways, let's start this pre-chat off like this month started off with women kicking butt on the big screen. That's right, I'm talking about Pride and Prejudice and zombies. I mean, I know it's a book, and the book did well. The movie was pretty awesome. I'm not such a zombie person myself, but the way they did the zombies, I really enjoyed it. It was hysterical. I may have had a couple of glasses of champagne before, but it was really funny. And the action sequences were awesome. And I'm so excited for women just taking action on the big screen because the men have kind of, held the top seat for a while. Well, now get ready to be kicked off because women are coming. Especially now that we have Wonder Woman's coming back. She finally has her own movie. Thank goodness. It's about time. Let's give it up. She's been a feminine icon for about 75 years or so. She's one of the most powerful characters in DC. I was like, I can speak. We have Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. She's awesome. I'm really excited to see her in the new, Batman versus Superman movie. I'm so excited she has her own movie. I think Chris Pine is starting with her on that, so that's fun. We got to see a little, it's not even a trailer, it's more like a teaser about the film, so that was super exciting to see some behind-the-scenes action on that. Another movie that's coming out is The Huntsman, Winter War, and it may have The Huntsman in the title, and it may have, super hottie Chris Hemsworth, but look at the trailer. The women are kicking butt. We have Emily Blunt as the Ice Queen, we have Charlize Theron as the Evil Queen, and we have Jessica Chastain as the Warrior. I mean, these women are awesome. Look at these. Their outfits are awesome. Like the trailer, the powers that Charlize and Emily have are like, it's so cool. It's so cool. I can't wait to see it. So that's coming out pretty soon. Wonder Woman, we're going to have to wait for next year. But we're going to have to jump forward in time to talk about going back in time. Because let's talk about the teaser trailer for Alice Through the Looking Glass. That's going to be released May 27th, I believe, is the date. Although it was really sad because when the trailer came out, obviously it was the voice of the late Alan Rickman as the Caterpillar. So I believe it was one of his last roles that he did. I don't know, I may have to check on that. But I think it was one of the last roles he did. So that got me in the heart because I'm, a huge Alan Rickman fan. And so that's going to be packed with some awesome CGI. I know it took them a while to make the next one, but I'm really excited to see it because I like fantasies and stuff like that. So anyways, let's kick this off. I'm going to throw it over to Keith, who's got a very special guest with him right now to host our show. So are you guys ready for Comikaze all year long? Throwing it to you, Keith.
Comikaze Expo all year long. Welcome to the big Power Rangers Extravaganza. Yes. We've been hanging out with Power Rangers and fighting them all day long, and they're all ready. We are here joined in the studio today. John Schnepp is on assignment investigating the Zika virus. So we have Jonathan London as our resident co-host and in-house nerd expert. Jonathan, thank you for coming.
I would agree with you that he's investigating that, but there's no way it's a sexually transmitted disease. I'm pretty sure he's safe.
Schnepp, he said it, not me. Holly. Anyway. No, John Schnepp sends his best. And we are joined here today with the lovely Power Ranger herself, Erin Cahill. Let's hear it up for, give it up for Erin. Woo! She's got her own fan club back there. So now, Erin, we hope you're ready, because there's been a lot of nerd news, and we want to just jump right into it, because we have such a packed show for you guys.
Hold on.
So okay, Valentine's Day, I'm guessing if you were a nerd like me, your Valentine's Day was spent with The Walking Dead.
Oh, double nerded it. Treated my fiance to Deadpool, my idea.
Yeah.
And then went home and promptly got into pajamas to watch The Walking Dead.
That's awesome.
That is a lucky fiance.
That's a really good week. I mean, that's a good day.
It was awesome.
So, Walking. What did you think? It was quite an episode. Spoiler alert, everybody! If you haven't watched The Walking Dead, you're gonna find out stuff you probably don't want to hear.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
That's
Look,
one thing we didn't
Wait.
talk about was how much can we spoil something.
we spoil. That's
All
what
right.
we do. It's
All right.
Kamikaze Expo all year
Have you
long.
seen it?
Oh yeah.
Are you guys okay? 'Cause I'm
Seen
gonna
it.
talk
Everyone
about
seen it?
some stuff.
I grew up in the
Also-
South. I might have lived it.
You might have.
I might have
You
lived. I might have
Just do
lived
this.
All
this.
zombies, but
Yeah.
also, Keith, I noticed you skipped right over Deadpool because go on.
Keith, have you seen Deadpool?
You know, no.
Are you qualified to?
I haven't seen Deadpool, and I know it's -2 to my nerd.
Can we get
cred.
somebody from the audience to co-host the show with me?
Come on.
Someone with
I have
maybe a little
great
more
reasons.
geek cred. I don't know.
I have
It's,
great reasons, though. I have a fantastic reason. Every time I went to see it, I had friends in town. I had friends from New York. I had friends from China.
And they were all 8 years old.
No. Every time I went to see it, we were having dinner, and the dinner ran long. And it ended up being 3-4 hour dinners, and it was friends, so.
Okay.
I didn't want to be that guy that was like, sorry, I know you're in here, but I'm going to go to the movies.
Well, I'm a sucker for love, and so you loving your people means that you miss Deadpool. That's fine. It'll be there.
And it
Love
is a
your
love
people.
story. It's very much a love story.
I
it's a
will run
really
out to
a
see it
love
right after
story.
this.
In the ending, the last 5 minutes, what happens?
Oh, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he regenerates and probably doesn't die.
Spoilers, pal.
You know, I said, I give the word.
But I mean, if you want to talk Walking Dead, there's no
Yes,
better
that's
way
what I
to
wanna
jump
talk
into
about.
it. I think the way that the actual episode jumped back in, obviously, if you're a comic book reader, like anybody who's hosting a show called Comikaze all year long, you know Negan's coming, and he's going to bring bad things. And we can fill you in on that.
No,
Oh.
stop there.
What?
I don't want spoiler alerts from the comics,
No,
please and thank you. I
you
avoid
won't.
them like the
He
plague.
mentions it in the beginning.
Yeah, they say it's Negan.
He
It
goes,
belongs to Negan.
you know those
Negan, the
dudes on the
guy-
bike?
oh, I know the dudes
and
on
they're
the
like,
bike.
Negan.
Because you know the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So
out there.
yeah.
Yeah. It was me and my fiance and two of our best friends, and we out loud. It was like the Super Bowl.
Oh,
we were
it's
like,
a holy shit.
"Ah!" It was amazing. You guys
So
watched
do
it.
you guys watch The Walking Dead like as a group? Is it like a group thing? You
We
invite your friends
usually
over?
try to, the four of us, because we're really addicted and we're best friends. So we try and get together in our pajamas and watch it whenever we can. But I never miss it. Never miss an episode. My fiance and I are like Sundays. That's what we do.
That opening was awesome.
I thought it was
Opening
great.
was amazing, but that moment was incredible. And then later there was another.
What was the other holy shit moment?
I mean, Carl, right, everybody? All those years wishing Carl would just die. then you like him again. Then they work hard to make you love him. Then they shoot him in the face.
Well,
But what could be better? Sorry if you
Sorry.
didn't see it.
Spoiler alert.
and,
What
I
could
mean,
be better than that, though? Carl getting shot in the face is like perfect. Now he'll never go wandering off again.
and that's one of the things where, like, it happens in Game of Thrones too, where it was like a book or a comic first, and they've taken they've kind of done some revision. And in the comic, when they do that panel where Carl's shot in
It's
that,
iconic now, yeah.
there's that panel, and literally you can see through Carl's head, and there's like a zombie waving, and I just remember reading the first page of the next issue, and Carl has an eye patch on, is like in bed, and I'm like, I just called bullshit. I was like, he had a hole through his head. But the way they did it here with, I mean, Greg Nicotero, the way he did that slow motion moment where everybody's just kind of realizing it, and you see Carl leave frame, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna do the shoot in the eye thing. And then the way they handled it was really
I
masterful.
thought they did
It was
great.
It was
awesome.
so beautiful. And now I avoid the comic like the plague. So
Yeah.
I didn't know it was coming. So
Zombie
I
plague.
was screaming like
Zo-
the zombie
zo-
plague.
zombie plague? I'll write that down.
By the way, I totally have
Yeah.
we have a zombie apocalypse plan. I just want to say that
Okay.
that's firmly in place.
We're coming to your house then.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's
I'm
my
going to a
zombie
friend's house who has
apocalypse
like they do sword play, and they've got all the anyway. They're my plan.
Can we talk about the fact that those people keep running around with knives when this is a zombie apocalypse? It's like the worst weapon
okay.
to have in a zombie
Right, and you
apocalypse.
could get anything that you wanted.
I'll tell you what I get.
Well,
What would you get?
Okay, a knife, like these things, they scratch and they bite, and then you're a zombie, right? So
Yeah.
you don't want to get within arm's reach. Trident, right? You want a trident, right? Because it stops them.
That's not bad.
You want
So
to try it.
pitchfork.
Oh, sorry.
No, not a
Parlay.
pitchfork,
You said-
because you can't throw it because it's curved.
Yeah, but you
Trident.
can't get
You
a
want a
trident
trident.
at Home Depot. Like, where are you going to find a trident?
No comment.
What would you?
You're
What
gonna figure it
weapon
out.
would you have as part of your zombie apocalypse? What's your weapon of choice?
not a knife. A gun. I've shot guns since I was 8.
They make
and I'm a
sound.
sharp
They
shoot.
draw humans and they draw
Dare I say.
zombies.
Silencers.
Yeah,
they
but-
never use silencers.
Thank
They'd be
you.
lying around all over
Thank
the
you.
place.
Where are you gonna find
Silencer.
that? It's easier to find a trident.
Same place you find the trident. Yeah, exactly.
At the bizarre weapon store.
I will say, when that little tiny, beautiful, I don't remember her character's name, which is terrible because I'm obsessed with the show. When that little tiny woman, the Latina woman, she's got the
Yeah.
great boobs. Yeah, she had that little knife, and she like went and she's like, I'm ready to take on the zombies. It was like a nail file.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not.
Do you mean Rosalita? No, the other one. The one that was in the governor's camp. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, she's one of
Yeah.
our people.
Yeah.
Rosalita.
And she goes, I'm
Yeah.
ready to take them on. And
And
you know.
she's like a wisp of a human with like a nail file, and she's kicking butt, and I'm like,
But she is a badass.
But
she's a
question,
complete
if you're gonna light
badass.
all the zombies on fire in a pool in the middle of your like neighborhood,
Right.
smart, or
Yes.
maybe you do it, and I don't know, a quarry earlier in the
That was-
season.
right. That was
Yeah,
the
well,
one
that
I
was
was
the
like, yeah,
misstep.
like where's this lake of fire coming from? Like he opened up the gas and.
But I was just excited because part of the way through when Rick was doing the thing and they were like, he's making a stand, and then Carol was like, we're gonna make a stand. I turned to the group and I was like, guys, that cleanup is gonna be a bitch.
Right.
And but then they were like, oh, just light them on fire. I was like,
Boom,
this
it's like a
is
self-cleaning
great.
oven.
It's like a self-cleaning oven,
That's
guys.
the way to. That's my weapon of choice. Self-cleaning oven.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Now, this was huge news this week, and hopefully it was big for you. I know it was big for me. July 31st. I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
I will be reading Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, which is coming out in book form.
Are you guys so
There's
excited?
another Harry Potter book.
I'm so excited.
So were you a Harry Potter fan? Did you read all the books?
Massive. Read them all twice, except for the last one, which is roughly the size of the Bible, so I only read it once. But I read all of them twice. I was the one. We went to Florida. Some of us, like, gosh, almost 2 years ago.
Aaron, I
and-
have to ask,
Yeah.
have you not read the Bible? Have you not read the good book?
I read it, yeah, twice, exactly. I'm gonna need to.
Because we're about to change
That's
the name to
alcohol.
Salvation all year long. All right?
There's no
anyway,
magic in the Bible.
Yeah.
Boring.
There are dragons in the Bible.
A lot of magic in the
Dragons is
Bible.
some D&D level crap.
The parts I've read, a lot of magic in the Bible. Yeah, but I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, and I'm so excited about this and something more to read. Because, I don't know about you guys, but part of the bittersweetness of Harry Potter was the end. It was like the end of, we grew up with Harry, and I watched Harry, I don't know, I felt so invested, so it was so sad to see it end, so.
I was invested in whether or not Ronnie was going to get out of the friend zone. Like, that was my big
It was a
investment.
big deal, and
like,
then-
he's a hero to all of us for that, I think.
There's an interesting
Good point,
debate
good
though,
point.
because a lot of people say that it should have been Harry that ended up with Hermione and not Ron.
You mean the jock?
the jock?
By the end of
is
those
not-
books, the guy is like the hero. You can't let the quarterback get the girl.
But-
No,
but
no,
it's Harry.
No,
He
I
kinda
know
earned
who it
it.
is,
I mean,
pal, but his name
could
is
be
on the
Neville.
cover of the book.
You just called
Right.
Harry the jock.
I
think
know.
we-
He's not a jock.
I think we
know.
just had our first fight.
I know, right?
Did
But
we?
are you a Ron and Hermione or are you Harry and Hermione?
Oh, Ron and Hermione all the
Yeah.
way.
Same
yeah.
for you?
I'm a purist.
What house are you?
Oh, I mean,
do that.
everybody wants to say Gryffindor, but probably Hufflepuff, just because, if I'm going to be perfectly honest about it, I'm totally a dork. And then also kind of, I want to be Slytherin, but that's just because I like to be bad. So all of them. I would like to be all of them.
Well, I'd like to
Okay.
point out that Severus Snape was Slytherin and he's a hero.
He is a
Spoiler
hero.
alert. Sorry, God. All right, well let's jump into some talk about Power Rangers. Erin does, she's not just here to talk about nerds. She's got some Power Ranger stuff going on.
I heard you were a ranger.
I was a Power Ranger.
How did that happen? I mean, like, were you intimidated when you were recruited into the Ranger Force?
I love that question. Jason Faunt and I do a lot of panels together, and we talk about this a lot. When we auditioned, it was a lot like Survivor. I don't know if you guys know the story, but we there's a laughs. All of them have been through this. But we would go, and it was, I don't know.
We've got Power Rangers Bro
They're-
Code
yeah, so
going
they're
on. It's a
all
new
sitting
show.
over there.
We're testing a new show over there. It's Power Rangers Bro Force.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll be going to them later.
yeah. Those are the boys, my boys.
The boys are all over there.
Ladies first.
But when we auditioned, we did, I don't know how many, like 8, minimum 10 something auditions over the course of a year, essentially. And so it was, every audition was like more and more exciting. And then eventually they had a day where there were 5 of us per role, and you knew who your competition was because it was 5 hot black guys, 5 little brunette girls, 5, it was
Wow.
really like very clear. And then they started mixing and matching us and sending people home. That's why it was like the
my
island
God.
of Survivor.
Wow.
They would be like, you know, Kathy, thanks so much. Have a, you know, thank you. That's all we need. Have a good day. And you'd be like, right? Oh,
Hollywood's brutal. I
it's
would have taken
brutal.
those 5 people and then, like, right in the middle, throw a trident.
and see what will happen. Survival of the fittest is
Been
what
like,
you're saying,
one of you
Jonathan.
guys want the role, the other 4 don't. Let's decide. Just saying.
They're not zombies, they're actors.
Really glad
Was
that
that
did
a
not
bit
happen.
easier,
Yeah.
Aaron?
No.
Okay, well, just wondering.
Did
Anything
you just
involving-
ask her if she was willing to kill other people to play a Power Ranger?
Right. Yes.
I'm just trying to
In
get into her
essence,
mindset.
yes.
Okay? Just trying to get into her
fair enough,
mindset.
fair
This is
enough.
all part of it. I don't know what Schnepp asked these people, but I'm here for this week and I'm gonna get inside the mindset.
He would be asking
Inside
about
my
the
mind.
Zika virus, so.
Yeah. Managed to avoid that one.
But the one thing is, there was like a 2013 poll, and it said that your character was one of the top 10 most popular Power Rangers of all time. This was like a
Yeah.
Namco
Oh.
Bandai
Thanks,
poll.
guys.
Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Like, what do you think it was about your character that really endeared itself to fans? Like,
You know, I would say for those of you guys who haven't seen the show, she was such a great character. She was so dynamic because she started off really as a hard ass and tough and kind of cold. Because she got her heart broken in the beginning. Spoiler alert. But then, you know, as the season wore on, she became softer and softer and kind of a girl that you just loved. And so she was all at once vulnerable and accessible and strong and a total ass kicker. And it was a real joy to play her. So, you know, if you haven't gotten to see it, do yourself a favor and watch some of it because it's such a fun story. Not just for my character, but the whole season. It was a great writing, our season. If you guys, yeah.
So-
I had to see people going like, who?
Aaron, you just described your character as equal parts Hufflepuff and Slytherin, I think. you just did.
Let's
That's
go
good.
Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I think we
but
will.
But definitely, if you
And-
saw her.
Yeah, and I mean that's one of the most popular Power Rangers seasons. Do you guys get
Yeah.
competitive when you know? I mean, the guys are over there on the couch, and they've all got their own loyalties. Do you guys get competitive with each other when you do like reunion episodes, and you're like, well, the fans did say I was from a better cast, so does that happen?
There is zero competition on our, you know, amongst our friends. I've heard of disagreements, but I personally have not been privy to any of them. I'm not just being like, "Ooh, everything's great." Genuinely, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, we've become a family. And so at these conventions, it's all just love and like really like a great time. We get together and we sign things for the fans and we do things for the fans and then we go and hang out and grab dinner and we're like genuinely friends. It's the best sorority ever. Says the girl who was never in a sorority, but you know.
Well, you just call them all girls, that's fine.
Oh, I did.
So before we go to Bernadette to get some questions.
Oh, wait, really quick. I just also want to say happy birthday, Bernadette. You didn't tell me that you and your sparkle hair was your birthday.
I have secrets.
Yeah, you do. Happy
Lots of
birthday.
secrets. Thank you.
Sparkle
Thank you.
Hair's birthday's not until Thursday. Sparkle.
That's our alter.
So do we want to do one more question before we throw to Bernadette over there?
Question, actually.
Oh, great. Let's do it.
Bella Aves has a question for Erin saying, how do you feel about being an inspiration for little girls since in your season you were the leader?
Oh, that is. Thank you. First of all, thank you for that question. What was her name?
Bella.
Bella. Thank you, Bella. That is the other thing about my character, which is why I think people loved her so much, is she was the leader of the season. Boom! Did you hear that, Faunt? I just realized every time I get a chance to say it to him that a fan said that. She was the leader of the season, so it's you know, she kind of co-led with the red, but it was the first time a female stepped up and did that. So Bella, it was and is awesome to be an inspiration for little girls, and I'm unbelievably grateful to have had that experience. It still humbles me, genuinely humbles me when little girls or grown women say that. So I mean, just some amazing fans. I mean, all the time, like Mariana and Cassie and Karen Shee, who's actually become like actually one of my best friends. But like real people who have. I think I said it. Now I'm tripping up over myself. Hashtag white wine. I just it's an honor, and I'm constantly humbled by my fans, and I genuinely, like, no BS, love you guys.
Yay, that was very sweet. And they love you. They love all you guys. You know, because we've seen it at Comikaze. They come out for you guys.
They do. Our fans are the best fans in the world, genuinely. And yeah, I mean, yeah, they'll tell you guys stories, but fans with tattoos of us on them, which is just my favorite thing ever. And I mean,
got
but
one.
like,
It's a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
best.
I can't show it.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna thank you very much, Erin. This was great.
Thank
we're gonna
you.
see you again later on in the show when we get to the
Great.
round table. So we're not done with Ms. Cahill yet. So let's go to Bernadette. Bernadette, what is going on over at the chat desk?
Well, first off, everyone is saying how amazing Erin is and how beautiful she looks and how she hasn't aged a day. So that's cool. Gonna give some shout outs to thank you for doing the hashtag #AskComikaze. We have lots of questions for the other Power Rangers as well, so keep them coming. I'm writing them down. Make sure you follow @TheStreamTV and @StanleyComikaze. Get those questions to me. Shout outs to T. Kane, you're always awesome in the chat room. Sheena123, I'm actually gonna give you a prize because you were so awesome. You're gonna get an Electro Kids and a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Blue Rangers hat. Give it up. So I will write that in a minute, and a big thanks to our sponsor, Wowie, who is a leading designer, developer, marketer, and distributor of innovative, high-tech, consumer, robotic, and entertainment products. That was a lot. All right, throw them back to you guys. Are you guys ready?
We are ready.
All right.
Always ready. We're Comikaze.
Throwing it back to you guys,
If we
Keith.
weren't ready, what else would we do? You know, we've swapped out Erin Cahill for someone, a gentleman that I've gotten to know at Comikaze. He's always got huge lines, so it's always really fun to cut it to say hi. Walter Jones, everybody, let's give it up.
Oh, what's up? Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay.
So welcome to Comikaze Expo. All
Glad to be
year
here.
long.
Yes, all year long. I love that.
All year long. You've been
That's my
coming to
favorite part.
Comikaze for several years. You
I
love it?
have, yeah. I've been coming to Comikaze, just getting my groove on and meeting all the fans, and now here we are.
There we go.
Online. What's up, y'all? How you doing? It's good? Yeah.
Well, let's jump into some nerd topics. This one I know Jonathan has a very unique take on. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
Did you watch the ads in the Super Bowl?
I did. You got to watch the ads.
We've got a jock here. No, I'm sorry. We have to end the show.
It must be Harry Potter.
Oh, got it.
Did you watch the Avengers Coca-Cola ad?
That was the one with Ant-Man and Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
What did
pretty
you
cool.
think of that?
I thought, it's funny that the Hulk can't open the can. I wonder if it has a problem with the zipper. You know, it's
Just a good point.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of over sweat.
Yeah, but like, that would be a little odd, I think.
But it was like our own little issue of the Avengers right in the middle of Super
yeah,
Bowl.
no, it was pretty cool. It was like, all right,
It was
fun. Yeah.
Now, did you know about the secret with that ad?
Secret. What was the
There was
secret?
a secret. Did anybody here know about the secret? No. Jonathan, London, please tell them the secret of that ad.
That ad was to start a scavenger hunt for 6 individual designed Coke cans that you can get through social media doing different scavenger hunt-like things. And there's one for all these different characters that are supposed to be promoting Captain America Civil War, which is cool, even though there's a can for the Hulk and he's not going to be in the movie. But
Right.
yeah, if fans are going to go out there and the designs are pretty cool. Coke mailed me a pretty cool box. I don't know if we have graphics of it or not, but this box showed up at my house, and it had 2 of my favorite logos on it, Marvel and Coca-Cola. And I opened it up, and it was like, the big game is just the beginning. Like Nick Fury wrote it.
That's pretty
And it was like
There they
these
are.
6 cans,
There
and they
we
were
go.
in there. That's my kitchen table.
It's like the most collectible Coke can.
Yeah,
They only did like 100 of them or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I've got those, and I'm going to hold on to them because I think that may be the only piece of merch that Black Widow actually gets, sadly.
Yes.
We got to make change, geeks. Band together,
Yes.
make change. But
So would you have
yeah.
gone on this?
Make change.
Are you going to go back and look and try to do this? 'Cause it's
I'm
like-
curious now. I gotta go, and I mean, I can look at it on the web, right?
It's cool, and the designs are really awesome. So, like, the Falcon has a falcon for his eyes, and the Hulk has fists for his eyes, and whoever did the designs on these things is pretty awesome. So they're worth collecting.
Yeah,
if
they
you
might
guys are out
still be
there.
available, so you guys should go out and get them. And you got to like watch, and it's all stuff in the background and like posters that are on the. You could like zoom in.
That's so cool.
And read them.
If you collect all
have to
6 of
work.
them, Captain America recruits you.
Is that right?
Yeah, he called me. He said, bring the trident.
Is that right? Yeah.
No, he said bring Walter Jones.
Bring Walter Jones.
Yeah, I think that would work better.
I thought about the trident thing that you were talking about, and I thought, that could be a problem because once you jabbed a walking, you jabbed a zombie, then it makes you vulnerable because all it does is take somebody to maneuver your your stick and kind of make you.
And I thought about that. I thought about
Yeah.
spears, right?
Yeah.
Because a spear's good, but you impale a zombie, it climbs down the spear and eats you.
Exactly. They start grabbing, they control you. All of a sudden, it's just
A
too
trident
much.
stops it. Or a ski pole. We can do a ski
I think
pole.
the sword is quite effective. I'm just gonna say.
But yeah, I'll tell you,
ask
I just
Michelle.
end up cutting my hand off.
I'm sticking with my self-cleaning oven.
Like the Gremlins, you just put it in like a microwave?
Yeah, just
All right.
so moving on. So they announced last week that there would be a Battlestar Galactica movie. Now they've announced this
Awesome.
many, many times that there's going to be a Battlestar Galactica movie of some sort. Walter, are you a fan of Battlestar Galactica? Do you think this is a good idea? You think they're finally going to pull it off?
I was much younger when I saw Battlestar Galactica when I was younger, when it was out in the 70s, and then I watched it a little bit the second time. What's cool is I've gotten to know a lot of the cast members, like Herbert Jefferson. I see all the time. He lives around the block from me. I see him at the coffee shop. And what's up? It's kind of
That's
cool.
cool.
It's like a mini convention.
Yeah, well, he does. It is like a mini convention in
Starbucks
my
con.
neighborhood. I love it.
Cappuccino
exactly.
con.
There you go, Cappuccino Con.
Can you put a trademark
Coming
on
to
that?
already
near
done.
you.
Okay.
No, but I mean,
do that.
I
Tickets on sale
think,
next
what I know about the show is it didn't run for long. I think that it only ran like a season each time it went out.
The first one was one season, the second one was 4.
Four seasons.
Four,
Yeah.
it was kind of elongated
Yeah.
over 5
All right.
years, and then they had the standalone movies in the Edward James Olmos
Right.
one, which was great.
And he was awesome. And what I do know is that they have a large fan base. So I'm sure, just like Power Rangers, we're doing a reboot. They're doing a reboot of that show. Why not? I mean, like it's a.
And you guys are getting
it's
a
time
movie.
reboot.
They'll be getting a movie.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
And we'll be out in a convention like, yo, I saw your movie. I saw your movie.
And then we
Yeah,
got to get
you know?
that Power
It'd
Rangers
be cool.
Battlestar
Exactly.
crossover.
That's
I
what I'm
think
talking
what we're
about.
learning.
Cylon.
I think fans, if the story is good, will take it in any packaging that it's offered. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it doesn't negate. I think we're all learning that it doesn't negate what came before. Does it make sense? Just because
yeah.
there's a movie, it doesn't mean the timeline or the stories that we had in the
original
the TV series
changed
didn't
and
get
all.
rid of them.
No.
Yeah.
Even if it's a reboot, like a hard reboot.
I think Hollywood's getting smart to the point where there's no reboots anymore. It's requels, where it
Requels.
continues the story
Yeah.
and kind of takes keeps what it wants and kind of redefines everything going forward.
Yeah,
You know.
apparently it seems to be that way. Yeah.
I mean, they're doing a big movie for Power Rangers.
They
What's
are.
going on with that?
Yeah.
Do you think that Lionsgate has, let's say, a responsibility to kind of give us a shout out to the legacy of Power Rangers that's been going on for so long? Maybe
I
some
think
cameos.
that's what the fans want. I mean, I think am I right? The fans
Yeah.
want to see like some of the originals, like be part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's. Hey,
Cameo would
I'm
be cool. You could be at the coffee shop,
at the I mean,
and they'd be like,
Ernie's
Mr.
hang
Ranger,
out.
how do you like your coffee? I like my coffee.
Black.
I am.
See, he set me up. He
See,
set me up for
it
that.
writes itself.
You see what it
folks.
was?
It writes
You know,
itself.
He set me up for it. I was like, wow, I have to say.
That was just like a.
It's because
Can
it
I
was-
be on the team?
Well, it depends on what time it is.
Okay.
It's Morphin time.
It'll be Morphin time. Not. Okay.
he's like, okay, that's all I got to
I'm
say.
writing lines right now.
There you go. He's writing.
Third act.
I'm inspiring you. I like that.
It's good.
It's good.
You're my muse.
Ooh, hey.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
All right.
It's getting tricky.
So,
Schnepp doesn't creep out the guests.
I know.
he
You're my
does,
muse.
but he creeps everybody out, and that's the way he likes it.
Yeah, well.
So tell us, you've had a long history with the Power Rangers.
Yes.
What's your favorite Power Rangers moment? Not necessarily, in the narrative, but just anything connected to Power Rangers, because there's such a life after this for so
Yeah.
long in conventions and meeting fans and whatever. What's been like the definitive, like, oh yeah, this is the Power Rangers moment for me?
It's a question that I'm asked often, and I gotta say that there were lots of amazing moments. But I think the one that really defined what the show was and what it was going to be and how it affected the lives of people was when we did our appearance at Universal Studios. That was crazy. It was like it's supposed to be this little show, and before you know it, we had 6 shows in one day, sold out the Universal Amphitheater 6 times, backed up traffic from Universal to downtown. It was on the news with Tom Brokaw the next day. It was like that night. It was crazy, and the experience was kind of like, we didn't really know what to expect, but we get there, we're wearing our helmets or suits, and they come out on stage, it's time to do the show, and the guy's on the mic, he dons the power of the Mastodon. He is Zach, the Black Ranger. I take off my helmet, and the crowd goes, and there's lights, it's like Star Trek. There's, like everywhere. I was like, this is my rock star moment. So I think that told me more than anything else at that moment was like, wow, this is intense. And it was like being a rock star. I mean, I was a rock star for a day on that day, you know what I mean?
And it was well earned.
It was well earned.
You guys worked hard for that moment.
Thank you.
That's great.
And well, I mean, we started something that here it is 23 years later, and it's still getting a lot of attention.
Let's give him another rock star moment.
We started it. Hey. Gotta love being an original, you know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
I actually have a question about that.
Yes.
From Live Love, Jelena says, did you think that the show would get as big as it got, and like that it's continued for X amount of seasons after you guys were the originals?
Well, you know what? First off, happy birthday. See how we
Thank
did
you.
that?
Blushing.
She's got a beautiful smile, by the way. You know, what we didn't know. We had no clue what it was going to do, and who knew that at this point, 23 years later, it would still be so popular. I mean, at this point, we're fairly iconic. I mean, when I do Comic Cons, there's 3 generations of people that come to me. There's like the people that watched the show when they were kids, their parents who watched it with them, and now their grandkids.
Wow.
So they all come up, and I don't know who to look at. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, it's kind of crazy, but it's pretty amazing. We didn't know that it was going to be so big. But we realized it was in 40 countries, and it was the #1 rated kids show. That happened pretty quickly. It was like fairly right away. So, yeah, I'm just excited that I was part of that, and that it continues to live on.
Cool. Well, before we go back to Bernadette,
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your new project?
The Star Trek.
Oh,
Captain Pike.
yes, I'm working on a project. It's a fan-funded film called Star Trek, Captain Pike, and I play one of the captains, one of the ships, and it is Captain Pike was, if you know Star Trek, he was the captain before Captain Kirk, and it is a story about him and his journeys and his adventures, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it does well, and then it becomes more. So.
And when is that available?
We are in the process of still filming, so it's not available yet, and I don't have a release date, but it's got a great cast, We got Walter Koenig in it, and Eric Roberts, and a number of other fine actors.
And I believe you had some of it at Comikaze, if memory
did.
serves.
Yes, I think we had posters
Yes.
and such
Yes, you
to
did.
advertise the film. So, I mean, it's just one of many other projects I'm doing. I do a lot of looping and voiceover work. I'm working on a couple of projects right now. Vice Principals with Bill Murray, American Crime, and I just did a film which was pretty cool. Very funny. It's going to be a very funny film. It is basically about a rapper, kind of like Justin Bieber, who is very inappropriate and has lots of inappropriate songs. But is very funny.
Keith does that on weekends.
Yeah, that's
You just described Keith.
I heard that about you.
That's me.
yeah, and now I know.
Well, all right. Well, Walter Jones, thank you so much. Let's give him a round of applause. And let's go and see what's going on over with Bernadette for a giveaway, a Wowee giveaway.
I know, I'm
Bernadette.
super excited. For the next Wowee giveaway, I'm going to give away the robotic enhanced vehicle as I'm dropping stuff everywhere. I'm throwing stuff at you. I'm actually going to give it to Live Love Jelena for asking that awesome question for Walter. Thank you, Keith. So I'm going to message you on Twitter, and you can send your information to @TheStreamTV, and you're going to get your robotic enhanced vehicle. And let's see. You guys are being amazing in the chat room. I'm just going to shout out to, I can read these, I swear, King Sport Cal and T Kane and Corey and Jackson Video and Sammy Gale. All you guys are amazing, and thank you guys. I'm wearing my tiara now because it's my birthday and everyone's shouting out happy birthday, so I'm wearing my tiara. So remember to subscribe now to thestream.tv to get all your information about Comikaze all year long. You can follow us at @TheStreamTV and @StanleyComikaze. Keep asking me these questions. You guys are awesome for the hashtag AskComikaze. I also want to give a shout out for InfoList, who got this amazing audience here. You guys are so cool. Check them out at infolist.com. Thank you so much, Jeff. And I think that is about it. Are you guys ready for the next Power Ranger? Yeah! All right, throwing it back to you guys.
Thank you, Bernadette. Thank you very much. Now, before we go to our next Power Ranger, we have something we'd like to share with you, the home audience. Mr. London?
If you guys are comic book fans, and you probably are if you're watching Comikaze all year long, you should know that Boom Comics has come out with a Power Rangers comic. The 0 issue's out, and it's sold out, but don't worry. If you guys are watching this live tomorrow, the second printing of the 0 issue comes out in stores. So if it's on your pull list, you'll probably get it. If not, it's going to be tough for you to get. So be there when the store opens in case they have any extra copies. But we've got one right here. We're not giving it away because, I'm sorry, eBay. And I'm keeping it right here, signed in my bag and board. But what's cool about it is, let me get the date right. On March 2nd, they're going to have the first issue. This is a 0 issue. They're going to have the first issue out on March 2nd. The third printing of the 0 issue is also going to be out that day. So you guys have a month, or 2 weeks, to go to your comic book store and say, hey, I want these comic books. I want these Power Ranger comics from Boom. And maybe later in the show, we're going to have the writer Kyle Higgins here to talk about writing the comic. But again, the big date is March 2nd, issue 1, issue 0, and you get some more Power Ranger adventures in the comic book shop from Boom Comics.
Now, let's find out more from an actual Power Ranger.
This guy?
This guy, we have, please welcome Cameron Jebo. Welcome to Comikaze Expo all year long. We're thrilled to have you.
Keith, can I just
So
tell you
good to be here.
about Cameron?
Can we just hug?
Well, I don't know you as a Power Ranger. Like,
What do you
Cameron
know
and
him
I were
as?
friends before he was a Power Ranger. And I used to teach film
Yeah.
at New York Film Academy.
And I was one of the assistant librarians.
And I would go in there. I would go in there and be like, man, wouldn't it be like, I'm gonna be mayor of this town one day, you know, like in Back to the Future. I was like, we gotta get out of here. And then I didn't teach there anymore. We lost contact.
I didn't teach there anymore.
We were at a party like 2 years ago, and I run into. I'm like, Cameron, what? And then I was like, what have you been up to? He goes, I've been a Power Ranger.
That's not how I open.
That's how you.
Usually.
No,
But why wouldn't that be the greatest cold
among
opening?
friends, you say that. You go, yeah.
Well, because I knew you were into that.
Yeah,
into
I'm a
this
geek.
Kind of.
He knows I'm a geek.
That's it.
Yeah.
That,
He goes,
I can't
yeah.
think of a better pickup line though.
Yeah,
That's
hey, it worked.
Well.
He goes, is that a trident? You just happy to? I'm gonna leave the trident.
Yeah.
But he said, that was it. You said, yeah, I've kind of been a Power Ranger.
Kind of.
And I was like, holy shit. And I thought you were lying. I really did, because I was like, yeah.
Because usually I am.
Yeah, I've been Snuffleupagus. That's great, thanks.
I'm just trying to picture you both as
Yeah.
teachers.
But then he goes, no, man, I'm a Power Ranger. And I think it's awesome, dude.
So
now
good
here
to
you
see you
are.
again.
There we go. See, making friends here at Comikaze
My
Expo
library
all
friend. You have some overdue books, by the way.
Yeah. No.
So before we get into talking about your experience as a Power Ranger and what you've done to keep the world safe, are you a Star Trek fan?
I am a Star Trek appreciator.
Okay, close enough. Do you know they're bringing it back to TV again?
Yes.
And are you excited about
Brian
that?
Fuller is the guy.
Yes, and are you familiar with Brian Fuller's
Yes,
work?
because he brought Pushing Daisies to us,
Yeah.
and that
Great
introduced
show.
me to Kristen Chenoweth and Lee Pace, who was just in Guardians of the Galaxy,
And the Hobbit
and
movies.
The Hobbit, and this guy. I mean, yeah, Brian Fuller's great.
And
so
Hannibal.
anything, and Hannibal, and Heroes. I mean, this guy's. I would trust anything.
So he's the right choice?
So I would say so.
Do you agree, Jonathan? he's
Yeah,
the
I
right
just
choice?
want to know what the new Star Trek series is about. You
I
know?
don't care. I'm just
Like-
glad that we have a Star Trek series again.
Absolutely.
I mean, how do we not have that?
But have they all been good, Keith?
I
Have
don't
they all
care.
been good?
They all have their moments. Because there's some episodes of Next Generation that are just like really the Robin Hood, thing.
We
But
all have
I don't
our
know what you're talking
Hey,
about.
we all have our tastes. All right, we all have our tastes. I may dress in tights when nobody watches,
But that's because you're like doing a Mel Brooks movie.
or a webcam.
Something.
But
You
yeah,
probably wear the red suit too, Jonathan.
yeah. Yeah, I would
So
be a
we
red
agree.
shirt.
Brian Fuller is a great choice.
I mean.
He's had a little bit of a
some
Midas
great
touch
work.
in television.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Hannibal. All those fans who were like, who said that Hannibal got canceled way prematurely.
Yes, it did.
Congratulations, you now have a Star Trek series to
Well,
watch.
I mean, Pushing Daisies that
Yeah.
got canned.
Well, it
way
won
too-
the
22
Emmy
episodes
after
or
it got
something.
canceled,
Yeah.
right?
Third time's a charm. Hopefully this isn't the one that gets
I think
canceled
you should
because
be okay with this. It's a franchise in the whole thing.
Well,
so.
he's written Star Trek
Yes,
episodes
yeah.
previously.
Was he in Deep Space Nine or something?
I think it
or-
was Voyager,
Or Voyager.
and I'm not sure which the other one was, but I know it was Voyager.
He knows it. He's
Yes.
familiar with that world.
No having to learn it,
Which is
a la
pretty cool.
J.J. Abrams.
I would say
Yeah.
he's more than an appreciator.
Yeah, you're a little. Yeah, you're kind of getting past. Sorry.
Hey man.
Just admit it. You're a geek and not the jock.
Not the jock.
Not like Harry Potter.
Jonathan.
Are you a music fan? Do you love?
Yes.
So have you seen the new OK Go video?
How sweet was that in No Gravity?
Have you guys
awesome.
seen it?
Zero gravity
It's
or
pretty awesome.
zero G?
Are-
Okay, so obviously the initial viewing was like, I want to do that. You know, what kid doesn't want to go out to space, whatever. But as I watched it more and more, I watched it like 3 times, and I stopped being impressed by the whole zero G thing, and I was actually more impressed with the dancers.
Choreographer.
Oh,
yeah.
And
yeah,
the
they were
choreography,
spinning. Yeah.
the flight attendant dancers, they were the best part of that video for me.
I was wondering, do they like have to go up and rehearse? Because there's no way to do what they did unless you rehearse it in zero
In
gravity.
zero G.
You can't even do it in a pool.
Or with
You
some
can
kind
pretend
of,
you're in zero G
yeah.
by like hanging onto a pole or something.
Yes.
But every single OK Go
Which I
video,
would highly recommend.
like that's their thing.
That's what we do.
Every time,
Yeah.
every time you start a music video, I mean, you never think that they can top themselves.
No.
Right? They did the one that was at like Echo Park Lake, and it was pretty awesome, the time lapse one. And you're like, there's no way. And then they do the one with the drones, where they're all riding on the like segways, and the camera keeps pulling up further and further, and they're making these incredible designs.
Well, but this
every
might
time
end-
they do it, they're topping themselves, and you're like, there's no way they're gonna top themselves. How do they top themselves now? They've done this zero G.
Well, this
video.
might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think this was their best video. This wasn't.
It's pretty impressive.
It was cool that it was impressive, and I'm sure it was expensive.
Dude, I would've
and it
yacked
was-
so hard
and
making
I don't
this
know
video.
if and I don't know if it's ever been done before. So on all those counts, it's probably like, how do you top that? But I didn't find myself like rocking out to the video. You know,
Is that because of the song or the video, though?
both.
Okay.
Because it takes place right
Yeah.
there.
But
and,
it was,
and it's
that was one take. You can't. They couldn't.
always
mask it,
impressive when you
like,
can do something like that in one take. I
That's
love
what
that.
amazed me. The other ones are all great, with the exception of the treadmills. That was one take also. But all the other ones, they sort of masked
Yeah.
the cuts.
Sure.
But they could. There's no way to mask those cuts. Or if they did,
The
they
Segway video, they masked cuts on that
I
one?
think
where
they
pulled
did.
the camera
Yeah.
further and further
Every
up?
time they pulled the camera,
Well, obviously
I
in
think
the
that's the way
editing,
to do it.
cut.
yeah. It's pretty awesome.
Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's what blew me away. Was there was no way that had to have been one take.
I'll never not be a fan of them. Like, they just do good stuff. They
Do
cool-
they make the best videos of anyone? Are they the best band for
That's
videos?
No.
I mean, who does better collectively? Peter Gabriel?
White Snake
I don't know.
used to.
Peter Gabriel?
White
Wham?
Snake.
White Snake
Yeah.
had Tonic
Twisted
Tan
Sister,
dancing
Wham.
on. Never mind. Can we ask this band some Power Ranger questions?
Yes, let's
maybe?
do that.
may.
Let's not talk about nerdy musicians that make nerdy videos. Let's jump
Whatever.
into Power Rangers.
By the way, I'm sorry that I'm doing I love spinny chairs,
Right.
so I'll just keep answering
Well, I'll do it.
questions like that.
We could film our own
Hold
OK
that.
Go video
We
with
could
you.
do the OK Go. The stream OK Go.
Cameron,
Or something.
Kamikaze OK Go.
you played the Orion.
I was Orion.
But
Am.
he was introduced as like an alien bent on revenge. You played an alien.
Yeah.
How do you get into that mindset as an actor?
And they didn't even give me the bumps on the forehead.
didn't do
They
anything.
didn't- I just was a guy that was from another planet.
So you had to actually act to get into character.
Kind of had
what
to
was
act.
that like?
Yeah. Well, it was not easy. Because I'm a pretty bad actor.
But describe his arc. Like, was it organic or was it something that you found? Was it organic or was it in scripts?
It actually
like, what did you do?
I mean, it actually was pretty difficult. I had never played a character like that before, and I'm actually quite fortunate to have played Orion because I got an arc, and that revenge is so thick through my storyline, and it's so much fun to play with that and play through that and work through his struggles and his real inner. I mean, you're always seeing an inner monologue in Orion in every episode, and it's intense and it's fun, and I mean, yes, it was a challenge, totally.
No, how was couch crashing during your time on Megaforce? Like, how was that?
Explain that.
Which is, I'll explain.
Yeah, please.
I had my own apartment in New Zealand when we were.
Yeah. You had your own apartment.
But I like to cuddle, okay?
Who did you couch crash with?
Well,
Now who? The production gave you an apartment.
Yes.
And you were like, I just
A
don't
nice
want to be
cush one.
alone anymore. And you ended up like just
I
staying
was
with
with
somebody
the
else.
Rangers and in their house.
Like a real world episode?
Yeah, it was. it was real world Power Rangers Megaforce.
That should be a show.
It, oh.
I feel there's a follow-up question that might be.
It was, yeah. No, it should have been
We
its
get
own.
Azim on the count. He's
show.
going to tell all your secrets. Hey, listen, we
I
can
crashed.
hear.
Listen, they had a cot
We can hear
set
from
up.
you, or we can hear from them.
You can hear from me.
Okay.
We had a cot set up in the front room, which is like a sunroom or something.
Sure.
I think. I don't know.
It's New Zealand.
And it got to the point where I didn't even ask it. I just showed up, and I think.
That wasn't me. That was him.
That was Jason. I don't have to ask you either if you don't mind. Okay.
Were you just hanging out to the point where you're like, no, just crash
We
here.
were close, man.
Okay.
Our crew was close. We're like, and we travel everywhere together. Even today, we stick close for sure. So it fit naturally, and we loved hanging out with each other. So for me to like have to go all the way across town when we were going to be getting up
Didn't make
at
sense.
4 a.m. to go shoot the next
Didn't make
morning, like
sense.
why not just crash on the couch there? So
Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill all night. No, not even Netflix. Rented videos.
Skip, go straight to the
We
chill.
went
Go straight to the chill?
Straight to the chill.
Forget the Netflix.
No, but in New Zealand, like they still have like video rental stores that are
Like
huge
VHS.
there. No, DVDs now. They've
Blockbuster.
progressed a little. Yes, Blockbuster. No, but it's the video. Like we rented like 7 videos a night sometimes, and like we didn't watch all of them. But yes, we rented a lot of movies. And
Favorite Power Ranger moment?
Ooh.
favorite Power Rangers.
Yeah.
First day on set.
Why?
First day on set. And Azim came.
Because you were well rested from
Azim
actually
was-
staying in your apartment?
No, because when I first got there, I was in like a hotel or something.
Sure.
Like they didn't have my apartment yet. But first day on set was all the emotions, all of them together. And Azim was the only one out of my cast that came to visit that day to like welcome me in, and not saying anything against the
Sure.
other members, but he was the one that had time or whatever that showed up, and he showed up right after I had gotten just blown up. And that was my first episode, was just running through a maze of explosives and rocks and jumping over things and falling and getting little cuts on my hands. It was brutal.
But you loved it.
It was amazing.
Trial
Yes,
by
it
fire.
was-
Welcome to the Power Rangers.
Yeah, it was literally. Let's just throw him in and see how he does.
Yeah.
And if he dies,
He'll
or he
never
doesn't need to be
make
into the storyline.
So you do that first, so they can
Yeah,
recast.
yeah, so they can recast easily.
You guys don't do that with your co-hosts here at Comikaze all year long?
No, we do. It's
Okay.
coming.
It's coming.
It's
Okay.
coming. Don't
All
worry.
right.
Hang in there.
Just making sure. I got to get my trident ready. I said I wouldn't bring it back. I did. I'm
You
sorry.
know that
Yes,
was
you did.
my.
I'm sorry.
That was my weapon in Power.
the trident.
That was the trident.
Well, actually, we had a question about the weapons. From Sammy Gale asked if you guys ever snuck any weapons or props off set and kept them.
Jesus. That's illegal.
And will you
They're
divulge
Power
that
Rangers, not
information?
criminals.
He's giving a long stare to Azim, the big long stare.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
No.
Was there any ranger smuggling?
Let me word it a different
never
way.
would.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, would you be ready with your trident?
We would still be here today.
There we go. I like that. I like that a lot.
All you
right.
people who want to run to Costco, your food. All right?
Exactly.
It's not
Get a
gonna
trident.
work.
A trident.
Get a trident that transforms into a gun and then an axe.
Ba-boom.
Jeez.
I don't know.
And then
So
a
many
car,
things.
and then a plane.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to go see what's going in. We're going to check in with the live chat with Bernadette. Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
We'll see you again in the round table.
Yeah.
Bernadette, birthday girl, what's going on?
I'm still wearing my tiara because, reasons. The chat room is amazing. They're asking so many questions, and I don't get to ask all the Power Rangers all the questions, but some of them that were asked for all the other Power Rangers were like, would you return for another season like Tommy did as maybe a different color, and, what character, what color would you be? There was also the hashtag Cuddle Rangers that they started after you mentioned all the cuddling that you like to do. Let's see. There was also a question to Cameron if he modeled because he's so hot. So there's that. And yeah, just keep up the good questions, guys. We got, let's see, another giveaway. I'm going to do another giveaway. Because reasons. So Sammy Gale, I'm actually going to give you the next Electro Kids for your awesome question. Thank you, Wowee, our sponsor. So there we go. So I'm going to contact you keep the questions coming at me, guys. Hashtag Ask Comikaze. I'm going to ask as many as I possibly can, but there's only so many, minutes on the show. Yeah, so I'm throwing it back to you guys, okay?
Thank you, Bernadette. Awesome job over there. Happy birthday. We are joined now by yet again another Power Ranger, because this is the Comikaze Expo all year long, Power Ranger Extravaganza. Please give a warm Comikaze welcome to Mr. Jason Faunt, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming out. Very excited to have you. Did you have a nice Valentine's Day weekend?
You know what I did? My mom came out from Chicago.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Yeah, had a great time.
You took her to see Deadpool?
I took her to see Deadpool.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thrice.
I like it.
And did your mom like it thrice?
No, we didn't do Deadpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And neither did Keith.
No.
You're fired.
Well, hey, Valentine's Day had something really cool on that was released. Not just the premiere of The Walking Dead, but Game of Thrones released a trailer. Who here saw the Hall of the Dead trailer with the dead faces? 2, 3 people. I don't feel bad about not seeing Deadpool anymore. Did you see the trailer? Did you get to see it?
I didn't see the trailer. I'm going to make a public concession right now.
Uh-oh.
I am late on the Game of Thrones train, but I am going full force now with all Game of Thrones. I caught it before I went to Japan, and I am so sucked into it now, so I'm a little behind.
So what season are you in?
Yeah.
Two, 3, 4.
Episode 3.
Okay.
Episode 3, season 1. I wanted to just wait and let it get going.
Well, let's go with this. It's
All right.
episode 3, season 1. Who's your favorite character? Because they all know where I'm going with this.
Who do you like so far?
You know what? I'm liking.
Don't you
I'm
like that Robb Stark? Isn't he great?
Well, who do you like?
Somehow I feel like Rob might not make it through too much longer, but
Who do you like?
I do. Yeah.
You like the guy? You like the guy from the Lord of the Rings?
I like Rob
okay.
Stark. Yeah, I'm still getting. It's that point where there's all these different
stock and
tribes and things
Stark.
going on.
Buy stock and Stark. Buy just across the board.
Across the board.
Well, you do have to
Peter
come back.
Dinklage.
You have to
I
come
love
back.
Peter
You'll know
Dinklage.
when.
That's my favorite character right now.
Well, in the you saw the trailer.
Yes.
So in the trailer, they're showing, and I don't want to say
Don't
too
watch
much
the trailer,
because
by
I don't
the
want
way.
to spoil it for a guest. I'd spoil it for you guys, but not for him.
I deserve it. So.
But they show the faces of the dead, the characters that have died, but then they showed Tyrion Lannister's face, and then they started showing everybody's face as dead. And I freaked out. I felt like this was like the worst. This was my Bloody Valentine. They completely ruined it because now I don't know what the hell's going to happen.
Yeah, but did you actually ever know what the hell
Well, yeah,
was gonna
because I
happen?
read the book, so I
but
always
now
knew what was going to
everyone's
happen.
caught up. So that trailer seemed to be basically representative of where we all are as a fan base.
And it was the first time that it
Confused.
really hit me that I like, oh my God, someone I care about might die, but not Robb Stark. That would never happen.
Right.
Ever. And it would, it'd just be if it did happen, it would be it would be quick and painless.
It actually upsets me more when they like kill the direwolves and stuff. I'm like,
Right?
no.
Because it's animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take
It's
him
really
out the
just-
back, slice his head.
It's just little people in a suit. It's not, it's not an actual dire wolf. Those don't exist.
For real?
For real.
Not
Neither do
even
dragons.
like northern Minnesota?
Maybe. Or
Okay.
maybe like, I don't know, somewhere in Canada.
I've been to northern Minnesota.
Do they have big
There's a
wolves?
distinct
The
possibility.
Yetis ride them.
Of course. And we're
saw
going to have
that-
one at Comikaze next year.
Ride them.
The Yetis ride them. They herd them. They're peaceful creatures.
Like that character Bjorn in
I
The
saw it
Hobbit.
on National Geographic. Don't worry about
Because
it.
they never lie.
Come on. You ever met a Yeti?
Several.
Okay, well,
I
then ask
married
him about
one.
the dire
No,
wolves.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't. All right, I'm in trouble. I know I'll be seeing Deadpool tonight.
I married
At
one.
the midnight. All right, I'm just going to move on from here because I've driven this one into the ground. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Are you a TMNT fan?
I have seen some of it, yeah.
That was a big endorsement there. Well, there's this thing called a movie.
Yes,
And they
I do.
make-
I know. Yeah,
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, I know all about that, of course. I mean, I grew up with that.
Some little green things running around.
Yeah, the green things running
Yeah,
around.
doing the flips.
The
and
Power
things.
Rangers and Mutant Ninja Turtles, we've always had this little combative
yeah,
I
thing
might have
going
seen
on.
one
It's
of
a
them
love
before I
hate.
went to Japan.
Yeah,
It wasn't
love
kind
hate
of
one.
you were of an age, the Turtles and the Power
Yeah,
Rangers. Right?
yep,
You used to beat up the
absolutely.
people who like the Ninja Turtles is what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting.
And the Turtles
Hey,
people
is that
beat
one
up,
of them Ninja Turtles? Yeah, well, this is one of them black guys.
and then the Turtles beat up the Pokemon kids and the Pokemon kids.
I recognized you. You made my life
That's
hell.
right, I did. I think I did.
Well, for our
I'm
fans
here
at
to
ho-
apologize.
our viewers at home and in the audience, there was a very special trailer that came out recently, and it featured the character of Krang. It was the first time we've seen Krang. Who saw it? It looked amazing, didn't it? Yeah. I thought that was the best. We have it up on the monitor.
That's it right
I don't know
there,
if you can
right?
see it. That's it right there.
do we have a shot of
He's the
him?
brain in there, right? That's his body.
It's
yeah.
like this
Yeah.
little
Yep.
thing.
Do we have a shot of him from the trailer? Because I just gotta say, you gotta look like Krang from the trailer.
I always felt like I looked like the baby in
not
Total
the
Recall.
not the little brain. No, that's Quato.
Quato, yeah, I look like Quato.
No, you look like the buff Krang that's in the trailer. You look yoked, man.
By Buff Krang.
You look swole, man.
See, now my wife won't be mad at me because you called me Buff Krang.
Be like, let's
on,
release the brain, baby.
The air here. But I think that looked amazing. I thought that was
does look good.
a
It did
really
look good.
good sign for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise that hopefully it'll really continue its upward trajectory and maybe achieve the level of the Power Rangers.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm a huge Ninja Turtle fan. I like this trailer. I think the closer they can get to the cartoons, and it looks like they're doing it with the Bebop and Rocksteady and Casey Jones, is awesome. I didn't hate the first
Neither did I. I
iteration
thought
of
it
the
was
Ninja
pretty
Turtles
good.
movie, but I am the kid who left his I think I was 10, and I left my own birthday party to go read Ninja Turtles in a treehouse. I never had a friend again.
That is both awesome and pathetic.
I had 4 friends. Leonardo, Donatello,
That's all you need.
Michelangelo, Raphael. Those are my
Raphael.
friends.
So can we have a little Psych 101 moment here?
Oh, yeah. It's,
There was
yeah.
nobody else at your party, was there?
Okay.
It was just you the whole time.
I don't think it was a party. It might have been it might have been a box.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a treehouse.
Just got really sad.
All right, so anyway.
There was a Yeti. There was a Yeti there.
They
so
could have
that's
been
fine.
sewer sharks. Oh no, my whole reality's falling apart.
Well, let's talk about our guest. Let's stop talking about
do
this
it,
nerdy news.
please.
So you worked on a lot of horror films.
I did.
Now, how did you transition from the gore and the gruesome scenes into the bright lights and, let's face it, tights?
Well, you know what? Truthfully, that's kind of where I got my start, and it was cool because it was a good learning ground before I actually got into a place where it mattered. I mean, right? I mean, you get into those things. There's like 10 people on set, and you're getting slashed up, and you're getting killed, and you're sloppily kissing someone on set. So it was like all just like a learning ground. So it was kind of good to get all that out before we actually got onto an actual TV series.
Cool.
Yeah. And I know how to die. I know how to die well.
That was a very
I
good
do
answer.
it for you, but I just I
You
don't
learned
feel
to
like doing
rough it,
Yeah.
and then it was all pot.
Yeah, these
Unless
little
you're
puppets
Cameron
running
through
around chasing
explosions.
you, and yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yep.
All right. And then when you had to share that house in New Zealand, you're like, oh, we're back in the house with 17 people in it.
Exactly. Roughing it.
I mean, you returned to the franchise, like the Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
What was the draw? You're like, I'm going back to school, baby. Was
Gosh,
it cool, or did it feel like Rodney Dangerfield?
No. You know what? Truthfully, I've had such a good relationship with the producers and writers on that show since the beginning. I mean, we had a really great cast and great season for that. So when they asked me to come back, I was more than happy to do it. I mean, selfishly, going to New Zealand, doing all that, but being back a part of it, I was happy to do it, and I jumped at the chance. So, yeah, I was excited.
I think everyone was happy that he did it, right?
Yep.
Jason, one thing with the fans, and we could have asked Erin when she was here, but like the whole lack of a kiss between your characters, I think that kind of still sits with fans as an unfulfilled moment. Can we get Erin here right now? Can we do this? I know she's I'm kidding.
She's left. You said that, and she left the studio.
Can you reenact it with Keith, though? No. What I want to ask is, how do you feel about that? The lack of a kiss, or is?
You know what? Yeah, it was actually a really big thing. I mean, the ending of that show, from what I understand, went in 2 totally different directions. The writers and the producers, some wanted Jen to stay, some wanted her to go. I think there was a kiss in previous episodes, right? Walter, didn't Tommy and Amy kiss at one point? They did do a kiss, right? So there was a lot of back and forth on how the show should end, and it really, I mean, it was a real big source of conflict for some of them. So it never happened. I don't know if that was because of the show or kids. I'm not sure. But yeah, that never did happen. And we hear that to this day. When we go all over the world to do conventions, and people always want to know, why didn't you guys kiss and why did she leave? People always want to kind of rewrite the ending of that.
Shouldn't they just have the Power Rangers like kiss with their helmets still on? Like it's like a compromise, right?
It is kind of a compromise.
You can just do that.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it begs the question, the fact that you guys never kissed, is there Power Rangers fan fiction?
There is.
And have you kissed in the fan fiction?
I'm sure they have a lot of different Power Rangers fan fiction. You guys might know more about that than I do, but there's
think
a lot
they're
of stuff
writing it
out
right
there.
now.
They're writing it. They're writing it right now. They're writing it now.
Furiously.
Walter and I are writing the Power Rangers thing right now, aren't we? Yeah. And Erin, you don't want to get over here and do that kiss real quick for the fans? You don't want to?
They want it.
We've been asked approximately 1,827,000
You've been asked a lot to do it? Okay. Because, I mean, you rehearsed it before the show. Okay, I guess.
Well, let's do one last question before we go back to the birthday girl in our
Happy
sponsor.
birthday, Bernadette.
There we go.
What's your favorite?
I feel so loved.
The Power Rangers are saying happy birthday to you. I'm jealous.
I'm blushing so hard.
Jason, favorite Power Ranger moment for you?
Oh gosh, there were so many. Not to sound cliche, working with Erin Cahill. You know what? I think the ending. The ending was done, I thought, really well up until however you sit on the whole issue of whether she went. But the whole goodbye scene, how they wrapped it up with, you know, the Edward Albert played my father, and how we came back and I ran the Silver Guardian. So I like that last episode. The last three were the end of times, part 1, 2, and 3. But I think that the very goodbye, where they all were on the beach and we said goodbye, those are probably my favorite episode, favorite moment. Yeah, we were truly sad. I mean, we knew we were ending, and we were all sad to go. So.
It's a mission accomplished, though,
Yep.
right? It's a mission
Yep,
accomplished moment.
absolutely.
Well, thank you very much. We will
My
see
pleasure.
you again in the roundtable in a few minutes, and we're going to go over to Bernadette, who's got some more giveaways from our sponsor, Wowee. Bernadette.
Woo! I'm also rocking. I know, I have a couple giveaways that I actually was giving away during your little segment, so I'm going to shout those out. Black Lengua is you won this T-shirt, from We Love Fine Power Rangers T-shirt. Don't worry, audience. I'm gonna get to you later. Ruben Warren also was our subscribe winner, so congratulations, you won from our sponsor, Wowee, the Mipisaur. Yeah, the electric dinosaur, which is my favorite. So I will be messaging you later, or if you can message us if you're watching, that would be even better. And I also just gave away a hat, but I did it so fast I forgot who I gave it away to, so I'm going to shout you out in a minute. Make sure to subscribe to thestream.tv, and you can just win by subscribing. I'm going to start giving away prizes for subscribing to thestream.tv, so make sure you subscribe to get all your Comikaze info for Comikaze all year long. And also make sure you're subscribing and following at thestream.tv and at Stanley Comikaze. Keep asking me these questions, guys. You're asking so many great questions, and I only get a few to ask our Power Rangers. But we've got some great questions. I will write them down and get them to you guys. Are you guys ready for your next Power Ranger? Yeah. Back to you guys.
We have our, there's 5 Power Rangers, 5 guests. I think that works out right. Please say hello to Azim Rizk.
How's it?
All
How's
righty.
everything?
You ready to bring us home here?
Yes, happy birthday, Bernadette and Keith.
Thank
You
you.
do not, I'm telling you who you look like, okay? You look like the baby from Roger Rabbit. That's who you look like.
Thanks.
Hey, Toots, come in, come in. It's perfect. But the very grown-up, adult, and handsome version.
You're saying I look like
The one
Danny
that definitely
DeVito.
did prison
Great.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually get Tom
Cigar
Cruise, but-
included.
All right, so a little nerd news before we dive right in. They announced on Netflix Voltron.
Oh, that's right.
So now, were you a Voltron fan? Because it's very much
Very
the same
similar.
genre.
You know,
very
I know
similar.
about Voltron. I was not a Voltron fan. But after Power Rangers, so many people kept coming up to me and asking me, do you love Voltron? I said, oh, yeah, totally. What's Voltron? So I went home and I watched some Voltron. It seems like the origin for the American version of Power Rangers, but I guess the Japanese version came before that, right?
Well, once you were a Power Ranger, did you maybe get into some of that stuff, like Kamen
Yeah.
Rider, Voltron? things like
Yeah,
that?
because, the same people who own Power Rangers in
Oh, yeah.
Japan own Kamen Rider.
Sure.
And the show's been on over there for over 40 years, both of them. Suzuki-san, he came and visited us in New Zealand, and their whole crew was there, and I think we were the tallest ones. They asked me to watch Kamen Rider just so I'd be familiar with it
Sure.
when we went to Morphicon, because a lot of people love Kamen Rider and Morphicon. and I think there's like a talking pineapple or something. Is that right?
That's SpongeBob.
Is that SpongeBob? Is it talking pineapple or zucchini or something?
Hey, don't look at me, pal. Like,
No? Anyway, oh, okay.
I was the
We're
guy-
talking about Power Rangers.
I hallucinated my entire 12th birthday.
Did you
Okay, we talked about it.
Wow. Interesting.
But I mean,
Kool-Aid.
well, what do you think? It's called Voltron Legendary Defender. Is that a good title?
Yeah,
on
I love
Netflix.
that.
I think it's cool.
Legendary
Right?
Defender.
I think it's awesome, and I love that it's the way it looks is it's really going to appeal, which I think is really good for going back to titles like Power Rangers and other stuff from that era.
Yeah, it's live
that was,
action,
That was
right?
like that's live action. It's
Yeah.
real and it's kind of robots and it's somewhat grounded in reality.
Yeah.
I like that.
Depends on whose reality.
Giant robots in
Go with it.
space. You know what? It's reality.
It could happen.
It's going to be reality soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I'm totally into it. If it comes out, I'll see it. I'm always just surprised when a movie gets to theaters.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I mean? Like how much work. Everybody always complains about how. You know how much work it took to make these movies? Just be happy they're out.
Every movie, every TV show is a miracle
Yeah.
in and of itself.
Yeah.
That's, so for those of you who don't know that, that's why the speeches at the Academy Awards are so damn long. Because everyone's just thanking God and everyone that actually made it happen. So now also they announced the Archie series.
Oh,
You
cool.
look like you'd be a big Archie fan.
Yeah, totally. Archie, that was. That's with. Is that Ron? What's his name? Archer and. Archie and Lana. And hold on, how's it go?
No,
It's the 007
I was
remake,
distracted
right?
by the sound of geek cred falling away.
What is it?
I was just.
No,
But he
I'm
doesn't
serious.
care
I'm
about the
serious.
Geekscape.
It's
Archie?
it's
No, it's Betty and
phrasing. Why are we doing phrasing anymore?
Betty,
that?
Betty and Veronica. No, it's a comic book.
It's a comic book?
Yeah, when you didn't have friends growing up, you had these things called. Never mind.
It was,
what are comic
it was like a comic book with like where they
speaking
were
for
characters,
myself.
but there were no superheroes and they never did anything. It was always
Wow,
like,
there was comic books without superheroes?
they would go like, hey, we got to get to the park, and like, no,
Ocelots?
Archie's mom won't let him.
Guys, so they
interesting.
all went to this high school called Riverdale. They lived in a town
Right.
called Riverdale, and it
Riverside.
was
No, Riverdale.
And
Oh,
it was
Riverside,
Archie and Jughead and Betty and Veronica and Moose and Mr. Weatherby and
Yes.
it was the whole cast. And now they're turning it into a CW show, and it's the Berlanti camp. It's the same people who do Flash and Arrow, and now they're doing Riverdale.
Oh my gosh, are all of them shirtless?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna guess they
but
probably are.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too, and you should be also, because this is, I think this is a generational thing.
Yes.
I think this might be a generational thing, and there are actually some really good Afterlife Archie comics that came out within the last couple
The
of years.
Mark Waid series that they're doing now with Fiona Staples doing the artwork is awesome, and anybody
Yeah.
who's a fan of comics should be reading Archie right now.
So
It's very
Archie
underrated.
was like comic book Dawson's Creek. Is
Very
that what
much
I'm
so.
getting?
Exactly.
That's probably the best way to put it.
Okay. I think I got
Hashtag
it. I'm
comic
really
book
into
Dawson's
this then. I'm
Creek.
really into this.
You got it.
Do you guys know Archie?
Oh gosh,
Wow.
really? I'm the only one in the room who doesn't know Archie.
See,
Is
you
that what
should
we're
have
saying?
watched those VHS movies instead of just going straight
What's
to the
VHS?
chill.
Oh no, I'd explain it to you, but I'm dating myself.
This is going, okay, all right.
Azim, you do this parkour stuff.
Yes.
How often have you been arrested?
Well, my friend Habibi, when you look like this, okay, a lot of times.
Hey, let's not get political with this. But,
No,
but the
no.
parkour thing, how'd you get into that? It's dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's really a cool connection between physicality and your psychology. And when you free your body, you free your mind. So you start doing parkour, you climb a wall, you're getting yourself over a barrier, right? You're climbing an obstacle.
Sure.
And it's sort of a metaphor for life, right? And if you take it to its fullest, you really get to see people cross real boundaries, right? They climb to the top of a wall, and there's another wall over here, and you ask them to jump, and they say no. And you say, no, really, just try. And they go,
I'm not doing that, no.
not gonna do it.
Right.
And then they stand there for like 10 minutes and go, hink, hink, like 50 times,
Yeah.
and they finally work up the courage to do it.
And they
when
get
get to
hurt,
the
right?
other
And
side,
then they get hurt.
They make it.
No.
They make it. I know you wanted one of those fail videos. You're not gonna get one. Okay?
Have you made a couple yourself?
I've made a couple.
You
yeah.
have to in order to succeed, right?
Yeah.
Now, did the Power Rangers experience help you become better at breaking the parkour?
Yeah. So I did some parkour beforehand, and then I went to Power Rangers and I broke my. I went
Did they help
over
each
the.
other?
Yeah, absolutely. Because all the stunties over there are completely pro, and they helped. They helped me with things I didn't know. There was actually a really great scene in episode 10 I think the episode's called The Perfect Storm. What is it? I think
You were making fun of these guys earlier for needing harnesses, is that right? But you were like, I'll just
Oh
do it myself.
yeah. They all needed 17 ropes apiece, and I
just did it.
levitate is the thing. So
But it helped.
very much so.
And now you're still doing the parkour?
yeah.
Could you go on like American Ninja? Like, are you that good now?
Well, a lot of people have suggested to me that I should, but I think if I was
holding you
on
back?
American Ninja, I'd have to wear my spandex.
They'll let you do that.
And so I got to get a hold of my spandex first. So,
That's what you didn't steal?
Guys, can we get my spandex? real
Kickstart
quick?
the spandex? What do you guys think? Let's do it.
I want some yellow.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yellow spandex.
I'll wear yellow. That's fine.
Some Yellow Rangers.
Yeah. Yellow Ranger spandex. I'll go through. If somebody gets me the Yellow Ranger spandex from my season, I will do American Ninja Warrior.
Whoa, that is big.
So
We're gonna make that happen. Kamikaze
Good luck to
people, make it happen.
We mentioned American Ninja Warrior, but you've been doing these independent projects. One of them is Warrior Showdown, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
Warrior Showdown. Okay, so you guys have heard of the Deadliest Warrior? Mm-hmm. So the Deadliest Warrior, all of us who created Warrior Showdown, we kind of thought of the Deadliest Warrior as the deadliest weapon. Because you're taking the weapons of different cultures and you're running the stats next to each other and seeing which weapon would do better.
Taking
and then
something
there's-
cool and making it nerdy as hell.
Yes!
By the way,
Yes.
the howitzer always wins, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, right?
right.
But it really ends up being the deadliest weapon. So we
Yeah.
made something called the Deadliest Warrior that's really about the choreographed fights.
Sure.
And so we make these really cool fights between figures that never would have fought against each other. And then we ask the audience to vote and see who they think would want to win.
So it's like a Zulu warrior against like one of Genghis Khan's
Yeah, so
soldiers.
the first one that I was in Warrior Showdown 2 was the Persian Prince, because we can't say Prince of Persia, against the Musketeer.
Right.
Right, and you got two completely different styles, but I get to use, like the Sands of Time dagger, except we made it like a ritual.
Oh, so it's fictional.
So wait,
So, no. I mean, it's not like based on historical accuracy. It's based on
no.
like narrative.
It's based on whatever you vote
That's
on.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
So
very
if-
fan. It's
yeah,
a very fan-friendly
whatever
thing.
whoever you want to win is who will choreograph the fight to win.
That's cool.
So will you come do one of these at Kamikaze for us?
One of
Live?
the Warrior Showdown fights?
Yes.
Hmm,
On
I'd
our
have
main
to-
stage?
I'd have to talk to our creator. Would you guys be interested in
Yeah.
that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Against the guy with the
That'd be
trident.
amazing.
Oh, there's the trident.
There it is.
We
Yeah.
actually had a bident in there once. Oh, yeah.
It's just a fork.
Two
dude.
prongs.
Okay.
2 prongs.
No, a bident is a shrimp fork.
That's like a
Yeah.
shrimp fork.
Trident is a salad fork.
no,
That's
isn't a
weird.
bident like an oyster thing?
Anyway,
Yeah,
The-
Something shellfish related.
yeah.
favorite Power Ranger moment?
Ooh. Boy, there was a lot. Meeting
Meeting Jason Faunt, was that
Gosh,
in there?
I'll tell you, meeting Jason Faunt was intense. Have you guys seen him?
He'll give you his autograph.
I
if
want you to
ask.
know, he looks rock hard, and he is rock hard, this man.
So, what would you say is your favorite?
When I first booked the show, my agent, or manager at the time,
I thought
but
you were
my
going to say
agent
paying
now,
rent was my favorite Power Rangers movie.
let me tell you, that money. We had a pool party, and he was really talking about how, my client booked Black Ranger, he's the Black Ranger, and this little 4-year-old overheard him. The 4-year-old walks up to me, and really, big bug eyes. Oh my gosh, are you the Power Ranger? And I said, yeah, what do you think? And he goes, prove it, and punched me right in the nuts, just like that. And I thought, oh, this is great. This is my welcome to Power Rangers. And as I'm falling, I went, nice one. Ah. It fell straight to the ground.
He was a villain in the show. Can we write that into the Lionsgate movie?
Coogan laws, we couldn't get him in there,
little-
but we really wanted to.
4-year-old nut puncher.
Yeah.
He's not a villain.
No.
Hey, you guys at Boom, can we get that into the comic book?
Anybody? Edgar?
You didn't know that you
Can we
met
do
Damien.
that?
Holy
that
moly!
kid in
Who
there?
knew Damien was a Power Ranger fan?
Hey, beyond the showdowns, you got anything more fans can be looking forward to?
Oh, yeah. So, Erin's fiance?
Yeah,
I'm
I've
actually
seen
getting married to him. He
boy.
just doesn't know it yet. But no,
You can do that in California
You
now.
can do that. No, there's 3 films coming out this year. 2 independent features. One's called Day for Night, and the other one's called Love Goes Through Your Stomach. And the third one
That
is
little
called.
kid?
No. Oh my gosh, I never made that connection. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Well,
I'm sorry, you stopped me dead in my tracks just now. I had a whole thing going.
surprise.
The third movie.
What's the
The
third movie?
third movie called Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, and that one I'm very, very excited for. Well, all of them I'm excited for. But that one's coming out Veterans Day 2016 in a theater near you.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's give a round of applause. We are going to go back to Bernadette for a moment with some questions, and we'll be right back with the big panel, the big roundtable panel.
Awesome. Let's see. We've got so many questions going on. Actually, one of the most popular questions we have for all the Rangers, which we'll get to later, is what other season would you go on? So all Rangers, keep that in the back of your head. If you could be on another season, what season would you choose? I'm also going to give away some prizes to the audience. Who wants a hat from Rally Flip Cap? Who wants a hat? Boom! You get a hat. Congratulations! Awesome. Let's see. Another question is, if there was one thing you could steal from the set but totally did not, what would it be? Was that you? Awesome. So we'll get those to them later. We have, let's see. I don't know, there's so many questions I've written down, and now, of course, I can't find them. We do have a question for Walter, so we'll get to that later, but so many people have been asking if you will go on Dancing with the Stars. That has been said over and over and over again, is Walter, please go on Dancing with the Stars. So we're going to shoot that to him later. We also have, let's see, I don't know. Now people are just commenting, so I can't find the questions. We also have what's your favorite episode is a lot to the Rangers, so we'll hopefully get those out, and hopefully we'll ask those. And yeah, so all right, we're gonna wrap this up a little bit. I'm gonna give another giveaway, and I'm going to toss it to the video we have for you guys. So there's a video.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Oh, you'd want to take the time travel the whole way back.
Oh my God.
We had a crazy vampire threesome.
And you can't unsee that. That's burned into my brain now.
I was like,
How did you get here?
No. Look at me. I'm dancing.
You know why we saying yes. You know why we saying yes.
he was like, yeah, I'll tell you whatever you want.
He is quite something.
And we're like, inseparable. She was shadier than Sunglass Hut with Ray-Bans on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
No. It wasn't. So come on.
You just went to a totally different direction on that.
When a billionaire goes broke, it means he's got like $4 million.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
I found her to be deliciously out of control.
Oh man, looking forward to this fight.
Ooh, they about to get together. Watch, it's about to go down.
Somebody better take some pictures of this.
She just slapped the crap out of Nick.
And he's just
It's all good.
You can't count anything out. Look at you. It's been another awesome night at the stream.tv, guys.
Thank you for joining us, you guys.
Yes.
We love you.
Oh, are we back? Are we back? Oh, I was just reading this comic. Boom Comics has this original Power Rangers out. If you guys missed issue 0, which you might have because it's all sold out, you get a second chance tomorrow if you're watching this live at the comic book store. They got the second printing, or March 2nd. They're gonna have the third printing of issue 0, which isn't gonna look like this because each of the covers are unique to the printing. But you get issue 1 and issue 0 are out on March 2nd. So go put it on your pull list right now. You got it? So, all right. We're back here. And Keith, how am I doing as a co-host? Okay so far?
You're doing great.
I'm doing all right? Okay, so
We will not send you
So
to
this is like the
investigate
whole,
Zika.
we got the whole Power Ranger smorgasbord here. And everyone's going to throw in. Bernadette's a part of this. You're a part of
birthday girl.
this.
Happy birthday, Bernadette.
And we're going to be talking. We can all talk about these different topics, including you, birthday girl. The big one right now is this new final Batman vs. Superman trailer that came out, or as I like to call it, a Batman trailer that has Superman in it. What did you guys think of this trailer? Did you watch the final Batman vs. Superman trailer, or are you of the opinion that you don't want to see anything else until the movies come out?
Oh, yes. Batman is amazing. Batman is the most amazing superhero of all time.
You say that because you're a cheater, or you say that because you're a billionaire that likes to punch people in the face?
Both of those things.
All of you.
Okay.
All of the above. That's why I was on Power Rangers, because I'm a billionaire who likes to punch things.
Erin has something to say about wealthy billionaires who have power tantrums.
First of all, we miss you guys, so we might be floaters. We might just go in and out of both sets. Just saying, Bernadette, maybe you. We don't know what's going on.
It's not as far as it looks.
It's a Power Ranger smorgasbord.
Really
We get separation
super far.
anxiety.
Guys, I'm sorry I have to interject. As the only lady, I gotta say, Batman versus Superman. First of all, unfair fight. Azim, I respect your Batman stance, but
Superman.
Obviously.
right? So there's that.
That's the whole point of the movie.
There's applause for that.
Yeah, I know in the comic books they didn't get along, blah, blah, blah.
Did you
But,
see the trailer,
really,
though?
Yeah,
When he
I
stopped?
did.
Did you see Batman
block Superman's
Yes!
arm?
Exactly.
Because he paid for it, but Superman is from within.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's about as fair a fight as me versus Jason.
Superpowers.
It's not gonna happen.
Super wealth. Right there.
True, exactly, Jonathan. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But my question is do we think is Batman v Superman going to be the #1 film of the year up until Star Wars Rogue One? Is it going to do better than Civil War? That's my question. No?
Yeah.
I think it might. I think it might
too.
I think it's going to shot.
The hype,
But is
the
it going
hype
to do better
is-
than Apocalypse?
No.
X-Men Apocalypse is also coming out. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think people are going to still flock to Batman versus Superman.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Even
I
with
think this is something. I think this is the
going.
movie we've been waiting for from DC.
Okay. All right.
Or the movie we're in protest of, but
And don't forget
Right,
Wonder
and
Woman,
it's-
right?
and
like
Wonder
we'll,
Woman,
we'll watch
exactly.
it like this. Ooh.
No, no. I think, especially when Wonder Man hits, I think
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is the game changer.
Yep,
For
100%.
everything.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Me too.
How do we feel about her dark clothing?
I love it.
Looks like Xena.
She does look like Xena.
Oh, she
Does look like
Bernadette knows Xena
And
very
we
well.
love Xena.
As a Xena cosplayer, she totally ripped
I think
me
I'm more
off.
concerned. I think I'm more concerned with Superman's dark clothing. I mean, this is a guy who's supposed to be the day to Batman's night, and he has like that
Yeah.
dark blue going
Yeah.
on. I'm like, yo, hot topic Superman. Can you just let the sun shine a little bit? Because he's the hope to Batman's
So what you're
like
saying
darkness.
is
Yeah.
Superman is day man.
Fighter
of the night man.
Would you guys do a Power Rangers musical episode? Would that be something that would appeal
As
to you
long
guys?
as we get to do it with the cast from It's Always Sunny,
right.
absolutely.
Agree.
Along those same lines, we need to get a hashtag Dancing with Stars going from Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get Walter Jones on Dancing with the Stars. What do you guys
If
think?
you guys support, please do, because I would love to do the show.
It's
Dancing
been
with
one of the
Stars.
most popular questions of the night. As soon as someone brings them up, they're like, yes, hashtag Walter on Dancing with the Stars. Or like they really want you on it.
I'm totally down.
Let's make this a Comikaze goal, a Comikaze New Year resolution.
To get Walter on.
Jones dancing.
I'm
with
all
the
for it. I'm all for it.
No one deserves it.
Get him on the back.
Seeing Azim dance
Yeah.
is quite a sight as well, by the way.
I
Bernadette,
got those
is there
stanky legs.
any, Bernadette, is there any way we can get Azim on Cops?
Is there any way we can?
I can ask to start all these hashtags for you.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any way
right.
we can
Hey
avoid
John,
Azim being
as
on
soon as
top?
they start a TSA version of Cops.
It's called profiling.
We just went really blue, but I think that's just par for the course. The big movie this past weekend was Deadpool. Everybody saw it in America, but Keith.
It was so good.
This movie was awesome.
So good.
What was your reaction to Deadpool, Rangers?
Oh, I was just sitting like this the whole time, like, yes! And I was laughing and just constipated and just fun. It was just, like, I don't know, it was all the things were happening.
It's a separate issue.
You weren't wearing the brown pants.
No,
Yeah, you were wearing the brown pants.
it was,
Same. Loved it. Loved it. Pitch perfect.
Let's get Erin a microphone.
Oh, same. Loved it. Pitch perfect. Every
it's
character
not,
was
it's
amazing.
Deadpool.
That's a different movie.
Not Pitch
Oh
Perfect.
God, that's right. There's a movie called that. It was incredibly perfect. Yeah, no, I loved it. It was amazing. Ryan Reynolds. All
I can't wait.
Yeah, Ryan killed it. I mean, it
I'm
was really fun.
Keith and I are going to go see it tonight.
It was.
Yeah, I haven't
was a
seen it
very
either.
fun
I'll go
movie.
see it with you
was
guys.
awesome.
Azim, you haven't seen it?
No.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's talk about it even
go
more.
tonight.
Let's
in.
talk about it
Why
even
don't
more.
we all go?
We're going to go see Archie, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then Deadpool.
And I'm gonna do it in yellow spandex.
It sounds like you guys are just gonna walk into my living room.
Oh.
It's like, and my
you
wife
later,
is
too.
like, what are they doing here? I'm educating them on all this. These are friends. No,
Your
they're
wife
not.
wouldn't say that if you married a Yeti.
Yeah, I should have. Good thing I didn't marry a Yeti. Maybe in the next life.
Hashtag married a Yeti. Hashtag divorced by a Yeti.
Yes.
All right.
Another big video that hit on the web was this little tiny preview that they had started filming on Rian Johnson's Star Wars Episode 8. And there's just a couple snippets of footage. What? It's the island that we saw at the end of Episode 7 with Luke.
Would they find
and Daisy.
Mark Hamill?
And it looks awesome. What do you guys think? It's a little. Have you guys seen this video?
No.
It's a small little snippet.
Is it a thing we can play real quick or no?
I don't know if we had that technology.
Oh no, we're not allowed to do that.
No, we're not allowed to do that.
YouTube would get mad.
But Keith has a reenactment.
It's like this.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
You know, you gotta be careful with that motion.
He waves,
though.
he kind of goes like that, and then he waves.
You spoiled the whole friggin' movie.
Spoiler alert! I think it's 3 shots. It's like a shot of the island. It's a close-up on Daisy Ridley, and then a close-up on Mark Hamill.
Where Episode 7 left off, and you hear them say cut, because what they were trying to illustrate was that they are picking up on the first day of shooting exactly where the movie ended. They are picking it up right there. That was the first shot.
I am stoked.
You think? It's all a lie?
How badass would it have been, though, if they were like, here's the first footage from Episode 8, and you see like this cantina, some seedy corner of the galaxy, Lando. Babes everywhere.
No. It's cantina, babes everywhere, Jar Jar.
No.
That's,
You guys bring back Jar Jar?
yes.
Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
Jar Jar babes
Of Jar Jar videos where they say he's the most powerful Sith in the universe? In the
I've
galaxy?
seen that. It's called Board Geeks. We have them.
I'm just saying, it makes sense.
You know what? We're not a proud culture, but we are a culture. So
Makes
this whole
sense.
Jar Jar thing.
I got a question
He was not what
for
was wrong with the prequels.
Jonathan. So, with Star Wars and everything, with this, you saw the video,
Yes.
this hype video and everything.
Yes.
Did it make you want to watch more trailers for Star Wars, or did it get you just hyped enough that you'll just wait and see the movie?
The word Star Wars gets me just hyped
Exactly.
enough to see
That's
the
my
movie.
thought.
Me too.
But I like that it showed restraint. That's what I like. I like it when they show restraint and say, you know what? Just a taste.
Well, I didn't watch any of the trailers for Episode
Seven.
7. I saw the very first teaser and went, nope.
It's awesome.
Every time I even heard the music, I plugged my ears and closed my eyes because I wanted it to be just like when I was a kid. My parents didn't show me any trailers. They sat me in a little laundry basket and put the movies on and made me watch all of them all the way through.
In the laundry basket.
It was my spaceship. Okay, it was my spaceship. Let's just.
Okay.
I think you and I had similar challenges. You're sleeping in the trunk tonight, Cameron.
And that would be the gunner's cockpit.
Cameron, you're not our kid. Quit coming back to the house. Sorry.
You know, so they put that out. They could
there.
put tickets on sale for Episode 8 now.
Yes.
And they'd probably make 50 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some pre-sale.
There'd be at least 20 people camping out until it.
Probably.
Yeah.
And
That would
Lucasfilm
be-
would buy them pizza just like they did.
I mean, but speaking of movies based on giant franchises, every time there was a Power Rangers season, they kept talking about having a movie for that season.
They always talk about that.
What did you guys think of that? And then, again, we talked about the Lionsgate film. Like, what do you guys think? Should there be a Power Rangers movie that has a shout out to all
Walter
of you guys?
should be in
all
it.
You guys? Walter should
Yeah,
definitely
if
be in
anyone deserves it.
It's true. If any one of us here deserves to be in it, it
it. Get her to the
is.
microphone, please.
We all have done things and we're all varying levels of success in the Rangers. But if any one of us here deserves to be in the new movie, it is.
Definitely.
He's the godfather of all Black Rangers.
Well, Walter,
I love her.
Azim just said you were the godfather of all Black Rangers, but I think you may have a more important role in TV history because, I mean, were there a lot of Black superheroes or action figures in kids' television before you?
Live-action superhero. First live-action African-American
Sure, it was
superhero.
like you.
And it's Black
you
History
and
Month,
Tuck.
so there we go.
So you were Barack Obama before Barack Obama.
I was Barack Obama.
He brought hope and
superhero.
change to television before.
Exactly.
Obama impersonation.
Yeah.
I don't have one, but anyway, so.
But that being said, guys, like a Power Rangers movie, or is this something that maybe a fan out there should be putting together? And would you guys be open to that? Maybe
Power Ranger
doing
movie?
more projects that are
Yeah, I mean, you're
Either
related
related
to
to Star
Captain
Wars?
Pike.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a throw. A lot of people.
It's a throwback.
You know, one of the
fans and stuff. You know what? I think there are the Power Rangers seasons are going along, and people have grown up with different seasons, and I think there are a lot of people that would love to see them intermingled. I mean, something where everybody was all together would be something that was amazing, you know.
And it doesn't even have to be Power Rangers related. excited.
Or at least, at the very least, throughout this new franchise of Power Rangers, bringing a couple of people back per film or something like that. So it's not an overload of cameos or whatever, but including and paying homage to, especially the guys who brought it to screen first.
Yeah.
Did that stuff prepare you for what you guys have done since? Your roles in the Power Rangers? Not getting arrested, but like actual acting stuff.
No, that was hard.
It was like film school every day.
Right.
Every day on set, you learn something new.
So I'm going to put you guys on the spot. Elizabeth Banks.
Awesome.
Yes. There's a lot of cards. People are like, no, that's the wrong person. I think she's unbelievably talented.
Yeah.
Are we happy with Elizabeth Banks?
Very happy.
Yeah, I'm down.
Next.
I said I'm putting you all on the spot.
Yeah, I'm happy with Elizabeth Banks as well. I think she's very talented and she has a great name that she'll bring to the film. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Why you gotta hand her the mic? Because she mentioned Pitch Perfect too.
Who's Elizabeth Banks? Don't be mad.
Oh my gosh, be mad.
Now.
Oh,
Pitch
wait.
Perfect. She's one of the announcers in Pitch Perfect.
Oh my
She
God.
directed the
She's the
second
producer
movie.
of Pitch Perfect.
Oh, wow.
She directed the second movie.
She's the Elizabeth Banks.
Sorry,
the
I
announcer
totally
in Pitch
Zach
Perfect.
and Miri make a
'cause you're
porno?
second.
I know exactly who she is. I'm actually ashamed to say I'm a really big fan of her work.
So
I
we're
didn't know
good.
she signed on.
Obviously.
Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on while I
was
do
like
a
2
cartwheel.
days ago,
Please
right?
hold
A couple
while I
days
do a
ago.
cartwheel.
Pretty awesome.
Wow.
So excited.
That was like a reveal moment. Oh, you can hold it.
I feel about Elizabeth
So
Banks in
excited,
Power
so
Rangers as I
excited.
do about Jared Leto in Suicide Squad.
How is that?
I'm interested.
Okay.
Oh, interested.
I'm interested. I want to see what he does. It's real.
Jared
Heath
Leto's
Ledger.
what?
Heath Ledger was
Oh, yes.
he's my man. I can't. It's gonna be a hard
It's hard to
performance
top.
beat. You
It's
know.
hard to top.
And I don't even think anybody could beat it. They would just have to be different.
Does it have to? Yeah, it's exactly.
You know,
Does it have
so-
to beat it or just at least?
I'm interested to see what Elizabeth Banks does.
So guys, we've all talked. The new Landscape movie should acknowledge some kind of the Power Rangers history, in
Yes.
some way.
Absolutely.
Ideal storyline? Do you guys think about what it should be?
Well, it's
Wait.
already.
Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
just
go
wanted
for
to
it.
take this moment, speaking of honoring the
Yes.
Power Ranger history, I just wanted to have a moment from all of us to Steve Cardenas, because he's the reason we're here, really, and he was supposed to be here and couldn't be here. So I know he's the reason I'm here, because I was subbing in for him. So I wanted to say on behalf of all of us, Steve,
Yeah,
we
go
miss
Steve.
you. We love you.
You blew it, Steve. You've been here. Whatever job you're on wasn't
Love you, Steve.
He's working.
Love you.
Love you, Steve.
Exactly.
Erin, actually, while you have the mic, where can we see you? Like,
Yeah, what are you working on? What's coming up next?
What are you working on?
Oh, guys, that's nice. They secretly off camera, they told us we missed that. So Cameron and I are both going to get this question.
Yes.
So
No, you're gonna
Thank
get
you.
Cameron's not getting that
I have,
question.
I have 3 movies coming out this year. Oh, Cameron's not. Dang it.
I'll see him at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we'll talk later.
He'll tell you guys later. One-on-one.
He's working at the Burbank Library.
Yeah. I'm back to being a librarian.
He's back to being a librarian. He said. Yeah, I have 3 movies coming out this year. I'm very excited. 2 independents, but one of them is I'm supporting, and it's like Taryn Manning and all these other amazing actors that I'm blanking out on their names. Yeah, which I'm absolutely mortified I'm blanking out on their names. What?
Elizabeth Banks.
Elizabeth Banks. Can you imagine? Oh yeah. And then another independent where I'm one of the leads opposite Blaine Weaver and Lindy Greenwood, called what is it called? Cut to the Chase. Thank you. God, it's like I gave half my brain to my fiance. And then another one I just finished called Raven's Watch opposite Eddie Gathegi. If you guys don't know who he is, X-Men and Twilight, and he's absolutely brilliant. And it was an honor to work alongside him. So got those 3 movies coming out. I'm in this season's Angel of Hell for an episode. So fun stuff. Secret Project with Jason Faunt. So that.
What's it called?
It's called The Kiss.
Say, actually, we signed our life away.
What's it called?
I'll tell you later. I mean, I won't. I still won't.
That's what it's called. I'll tell you later.
So,
That's what it's called. I'll tell you later.
Cameron, where can we see Jason Faunt coming up?
Yeah. You can find Jason
And,
Faunt in.
where can we see you, Jason?
West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh.
TV show. So they did 10 episodes on that. So hopefully that's going to be a Netflix release coming out soon. And then I just spent the last almost 3 weeks in Tokyo with Miss Cahill here, soon to be Mrs. Freeman. And we did a project that we can't talk about yet, but it's very big. It was a film that we did out there, and we just got back from Tokyo doing that.
That's pretty cool. And Cameron wasn't invited.
We tried like hell, but no. just
It was a pity try. They
I guess they didn't have an apartment for you, pal.
Would it be okay if Cameron came? We don't really care.
All right, Cameron, I give. Where can we see you next?
Much like Erin, a couple of indie projects coming out this year. I've got. I know you probably have heard me talk about it a lot. It's called a movie called Hard Sell. I shot it 2 years ago or so, and it's finally got distribution and everything. It's got a May release date. It's going to theaters. And I'm so happy for this little film. It's got Kristen Chenoweth, Katrina Bowden from 30 Rock, Skylar Gisondo, who played Ben Stiller's son in the museum movies, the Night Museum movies, and it's hilarious and heartfelt, and it's coming of age, and it's one of those that you just root for, you know. And then another fun little mockumentary called A Week in London, and London is
That's not me. No, that. Dude, we filmed that
A Week
private.
in Jonathan London.
Oh, jeez.
A week in London.
I'm never trusting you again.
No, it is a fun little mockumentary though, and it's almost cameo in size of a role, but I'm a member of a boy band called 4 Deep. So
You did betray my trust.
Wow.
It's funny.
The jokes
but-
write themselves.
Next time we call, pick up your phone and you can be a part of this.
Sorry. I wish I could have been a part of 4 Deep.
Well, you should have been to Tokyo then. All right, that's enough of that blue humor. Let's check in with the birthday girl. Bernadette, you got one last maybe giveaway, some prizes for the fans?
I do. I have one last giveaway for Corey and Jackson video in the chat room. You've been amazing and asking all the right questions. So you get both a Rally Fit Flip Cap, work hard, and a gift from Wowie, our sponsor, a Groove Cube Shutter. So congratulations, you get 2, because you've asked a lot of awesome questions. So yeah, let's give it up. I also want to give a special shout out to InfoList. Thank you again for getting this amazing audience. You guys have been awesome. And again, make sure to subscribe at thestream.tv. You could win prizes just for subscribing. That's awesome. Make sure to also follow at TheStreamTV and at Stanley Comikaze. Keep using the hashtag AskComikaze. I'll get all the questions for the next show. And yeah, I'm gonna throw it back to you guys and maybe wrap it up a little bit. And thank you for tuning in for my birthday.
Guys, that was awesome. Of course, we got to thank Saban for all this. Like,
Absolutely.
you guys.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Thank
We're
you.
here because they made a little show called Power Rangers.
Exactly.
And we got to thank you guys for being our guests.
Shout out to the 87th Annual Birdwatchers Club. What's up?
Where can everybody reach you guys on social?
Let's get you guys on social media.
Yeah, let's pass the mic. Whoever wants to start.
It's my name on all of them. Cameron Jebo, Jebo, all of them.
Yeah, I'm on all of them at Walter E. Jones. E is Emmanuel, so it's Walter E. Jones.
Facebook, I think it's Erin Cahill Official. Twitter, something very similar. And Instagram, EJ Cahill with a C.
Cool.
Keith,
Over you guys.
Keith, where can you find you?
Well, I'll go last.
Yes.
At Krang, at Getty.
At Thoughts.
Jason?
Mine's Jason Faunt fan site, which is on Facebook. The Jason Faunt at Twitter. And just my name, Jason Faunt, on Instagram.
And mine is my first and last name, Azim Rizk, on all 3, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Woohoo! And we are The Stream TV on Twitter. And then where else, Keith? Keith, you are the host of the show. Why am I in the big seat,
Where
man?
can they find you?
Oh, me, I'm a modest kid from Texas. I don't,
But so you
I'm
are.
at
Geekscape.
Jonathan London on Twitter, and you can find all our stuff at Geekscape.net. But maybe we'll make the stream our home here for a couple projects, and it'd be fun to work with you guys. This has been fun to co-host.
Will you be back? Will you come in?
Will I be
play
back
with us again?
That depends on whether or not John's successful in getting that. What is it, the virus he got?
Yeah, if he gets the Zika
If he
virus,
gets the
you get
Zika
to come
virus,
back.
yeah. I
Right.
mean, I injected him while he slept, so we'll see what happens. You know, it's up to him and his immunity.
Do we have a date for the next show? Is actually one of the questions.
Do we have a date for the next show? I've never had a date in my life.
We do. We do. I believe the next show is, I want to say March 11th. I might be wrong, but check thestream.tv/Comikaze. And as always, you can find me at kamikazeexpo.com. We're at Stanley's Comikaze. And my Facebook is now facebook.com/TheKeithTralins. Thank you guys so much. This has been a great show.
Thank you.
Holy moly. Power Rangers Extravaganza. One last thing to plug. Mark. Jonathan,
The
back to
next
you.
show is March 22nd, so you guys
22nd.
know how to find us right here on the stream.tv. This is Comikaze all year long. And of course, March 2nd, we got this little comic book in comic book stores, the third printing, and the first printing of issue number 1. Keith, thank you for having me co-host.
Nah, this was awesome.
Guys, thank you for
guys.
inviting me to
Thank
be
you
part
for
of the
having
Rangers.
us.
And let's go out on singing Bernadette Happy Birthday.
Oh, Bernadette!
Yes!